what is up? So we are out here at the Bronx, Zane and myself. Zane on his antiquated 2018 YZ250X. I'm on the Chinese mountain goat again. We're going to be doing another Q&A video. So I've got all the questions here, 5 questions again. And yeah, we're just going to go for a chill cruise, see if we can find some obstacles, and just have a good time. The most difficult task in enduro, just turning around. Zane is acting like a chainsaw. There we go. What am I doing? Oh, getting stuck in all the sticks. Got some questions from friends and subscribers. So Shane asked, what's the best off bike training to ride longer and progress yourself in the sport? First off, doing anything is better than nothing. So what I do, I try to touch all the bases. So yoga for flexibility and to aid recovery. I recently started cycling to supplement my cardio workouts because I can't jog anymore because my knees are f***ed. And then calisthenics and battling rope for strength training and the high intensity stuff.
I don't like to cycle, not cycle but exercise in general, so I'm trying to change my style a bit. I've got a downhill skateboard which I've been riding, and that gets you going, and it's like a lot of fun. Got a kayak, got a bit of mountain biking, dirt biking. Try and do like at least 2 fun things during the week.
If you want to get down to it, if you want to race and do all that stuff, and if you want to actually be competitive, then you have to suck it up and put in the effort with the training. And yeah, it sucks. I don't enjoy it at all, but That's one of the things you got to do. Lovely, lovely forest over here. So glad they haven't come and felled these trees in. Oh, there it is. Get back to you guys when we find something noteworthy. What's up? Yeah. Whoa! There's a rock. Bollard asked, how do you improve cornering speed?
Geez, there's a lot of controversial.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables, and when Carl posted the question, I did actually tell him that that's kind of like a whole video segment on its own. But yeah, there's a lot of different techniques, bike setup, but for the most part, Zane's GoPro is losing his shit. For the most part, I would say, you know, set up like a cornering track or circle track or something. Set up your brake markers. Make sure you finish braking before you start turning. So when you come into a corner, brake, get off the brakes, do your turn. When you're staying nice and consistent on the throttle, and when you're about halfway through the turn, then you can start rolling into the throttle again and power out of it.
Essentially, like confidence is key. So like setting up a corner track that you know, you can build confidence on that corner every single time, more and more and more. And then when you're out on the trails, you'll start applying that. Two-stroke essentially, someone told me, and it made a lot of sense to me, is point and squirt. So like Rickard says, brake in hard, you point the bike, so lean in and turn where you want to go, then good old squirt to the throttle, and it's going to steer its way out. So for me, it's always important to have power in the corner. I never ever really want to be just freeing through a corner because you got less grip, or that's how I feel. Yeah, two main things. Seated turns, I always think about when you're doing that hard braking, is you slide like right up onto the tank, and as ridiculous as this looks, you want to try and be there because you're probably going to be back here. So forward on the bike, and then I try and literally point to my mud flap, because then essentially my leg will probably be down here, but I want to be there. And when you lean in, you'll have a lot of grip. And then the simplest way about standing is, if I'm turning this way, you lean the bike still even though you're standing, and you want to put your pressure on the outside foot, because that puts the pressure on the right side of the tire, not on the inside. So come around the corner standing, still lean the bike, put pressure, and essentially the more the bike leans, the more gas you can put in, the faster you go through.
Yeah. So what the reason why you don't want to brake in the corner is because if you touch a brake, whether it's the front or the rear brake, it's gonna want to pull the bike upright and pull it straight. And yeah, obviously if you go fully off throttle in the beginning of the corner, it'll upset the suspension. That's why you got to stay consistent. And then, like Zane said, point and squirt with the 2-stroke, give it that clutch pop in the corner. If you're riding a 4-stroke, you can just cruise it out. Right. Looking at me like I know where to go. His goggles got stuck. Oh. Oh.
Everything I had to stand on disappeared.
Virgin Trails, gotta love it. Now it's my turn. There's just like not, just like a little bit not enough of a run up. And you can't get any sort of grip on these rocks. So that kind of leads into the next question. So Justin from Robert Co asked, do you get riders that don't lie down on a ride? So you know, every good rider needs a little lie down every now and then. As you just saw, we both took a little slanted lie down here. Even the professional guys, they're a bit fitter, so they don't lie down as much. But you know, us amateur riders, we need plenty of naps to boost our energy.
Agreed. Maybe this side.
Yeah, looks easier. So close. It's just like if the rear end doesn't slip out.
Yeah, but I think exactly there where the front wheel wants to come up, if you can just sort of like lay it down and keep it slightly on the side, then you can maybe recover and go again. Just keep it on top of this rock here. So I think start it and just give it a little pivot towards the right, and then you smash it again.
Oh. Come on. Oh, fuck.
And back to his side.
Can you move, please, sir? Oh. So the next question is one from Mr. Zane himself. How many pressures do you pump your Mousse?
Oh yeah.
So I pump my Mousse about 12 fluid ounce pounds.
On a serious note, when I don't ride tubes anymore. Unfortunately, they're just not like reliable enough. But if you are riding tubes, always like maybe go for a hard enduro tube or like extra thick or whatever they call it. Yeah. Put an all tire around the outside of it, just all tube, sorry, just to protect it. And I don't know, if I was doing fast stuff like farm jam, you know, 0.9, that was like, you know, slightly on the hard side because you'll be going fast and hitting stuff. And then on like more enduro stuff, like a bit more chilled, I would normally go a little bit flatter on the front. On the back for hard enduro, just
as flat as possible.
Push the limit, I guess.
And be ready to either ride on a flat tire and have a lot of traction, because you're gonna get a pinch flat.
So yeah, the flat tire, like as low as possible, is great for grip. But as soon as you start going slightly fast and you smash a sharp rock, it's gonna pinch it definitely.
Yeah. Case in point, farm jam round 1. So we've gotten up to here. It's all of these like oddly spaced and incredibly loose. It's all virgin terrain. So yeah, we're struggling up this mountain. We've been at it for like a good 10 minutes probably. Oi! And the ground is wet, so as you can see, like most of the rocks are slanted, and then what happens is you just slide down the mountain. Okay. Okay, so we've got this little section here. All the GoPros are flat, so sorry about that. No more point of view footage. But the idea is to train a bit, and Zane's gonna run a loop. And the idea is to not dab, so you're gonna get points deducted for dabbing every time. And yeah, and then from there we'll do some other challenges as well. So Zane's gonna lay out the loop, and then I have to replicate it.
I'm probably just gonna go for like, in a 40-meter loop, it's going to be like 55 dabs. But essentially, if I can go the second time and get it less, then we're winning, eh?
Yeah. Okay, so Zane did 2 runs. I think my first run is going to be more or less the same as what Zane's result was.
My first run was catastrophic, but one, very good. 2, 3, 4. Nice.
It's so hard not to dab because like you lose traction on the sand there. We're going to cover the last question with the phone. So Ryan asked, what is the process from ride to final production? Tools, apps, storage. Okay, I mostly use the chin mount. Like it's a normal U mount, a GoPro U mount that I glue to the mouthpiece of the helmet. I use the chest mount every now and then, but it's kind of difficult to get the camera angle right, and your chin tends to hit the camera, so it messes up the angle. For the vlogging footage, like right now I'm using my iPhone. Other than that, I'd usually use my Canon A7X. I think it's an A7X Mark III, something, whatever. It's like a little DSLR. After we got all the footage and, you know, did the whole ride, I kind of go through the footage, kind of cut out all the stuff that I don't need, and then I'll import it into the editing software. So what I use is Adobe Premiere Pro. I used to use DaVinci Resolve, so that is a free, or it's got a free version. DaVinci Resolve's got a free version, but to really utilize all the features that you would want to use and progress in editing, you need to get the full paid version. And then I go through the process of editing. On my cameras, I set the cameras to kind of sort out the color settings and everything of the footage. I don't really do color grading in my videos yet. That's still a bit beyond my skill set. So after I edited it, I review the footage, clean it up if it needs to be cleaned up, then I export it. After I exported it, I review it again. So like by the time I post the video to YouTube, like I'm so sick of that video, like I'll probably rewatch it like maybe during editing, maybe like 20 times, and then like before exporting and after exporting. And then once it's uploaded on YouTube as well, I check it again to make sure that I didn't miss anything. When I start uploading it to YouTube, then I look for the thumbnail image. I export that to my phone, and then I have an app that I use. It's called Fonto. I suppose you could use Adobe Photoshop, but Fonto on my phone is really quick. I quickly whip up the thumbnail, send it back to my PC, load that on, then you add the description and all that good stuff, all the tags, and then you send it on YouTube. And then for the social media clips, then I'm going to go back into that render file and kind of shorten it up, get a condensed short video of all the exciting clips. I'll export that and that'll post to Instagram and Facebook. Storage wise, I just use the external drive. I did look at cloud storage for a while. It's just an unnecessary expenditure, and after like a year, I like for 2021, when we get close to the end of 20 when we get close to the end of 2022, I'll delete all the 2021 footage, so I don't really keep my footage. Yeah, what else was there? Tools, apps, storage, mounts, voice control. I don't use voice control on my GoPro. I just hit the power button and then it switches on and starts recording by itself. Or not, I hit the record button and then it switches on and starts recording by itself. I don't have the voice control stuff activated. Yeah, that's basically it. So we're gonna continue messing around here. So while Zane's getting into position there, the idea is we're gonna go straight up, try to do it without dabbing, pivot turn at the top and come straight down. Obviously when you do a pivot turn, you got to put your foot down, so that doesn't count as a dab. Yep, it is all about the start. Like if that little rock screws you, then you screw it all the way up. There we go. Oh no. So close. Let's see if we can get a better pivot turn out of Zane this time round. What is that? Stop that! No, I have to say, it's like sandy up there, so he just wedged himself. Coming down is fairly easy. Another one. Another one. Another one. Oh. Another one. Looking good. At least I got down without dabbing, but yeah, going up was like a fucking million dabs.
But it was much smoother though, because like you just had like little dabs.
Yeah, the thing is, like Zane said, it looks smooth but it isn't very smooth, so like you kind of hesitate, and if you hesitate like just for a second because you like kind of contemplating what route you're going to take through a rock or something, then you lose all your momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
So the last little challenge for the day, we're done riding. My brake lever broke clean off. So we're going to do a stoppie, land, try and balance, and then slow wheelie out of it. So I'm going to come in second gear. So when I land, I've got to go down the first gear and then initiate the wheelie. Let's see.
Very well done.